Professor Abdullah Al-Hawaj, our founding president, chairman of the Board of Trustees, Dr., if I can pronounce his name correctly, Hyslop, CEO from Durham, Dr. Farzana, we welcome your presence, and this is a symbol of the involvement of HEC in supporting universities and research, so we appreciate that. And our dear guests and speakers and our faculty. It really, first of all, I want to say it's always very difficult for me to come and speak after Professor Abdullah. I find it very challenging and difficult to add anything new, because every sentence he said really makes a lot of emphasis on specific facts. But I want to speak a little bit about Ahlia from within. First of all, that Ahlia, as far as the research is concerned, we operate based on Bahrain Strategy 2030. We are in line with that. And we are also in line with the Higher Education Council strategy, educational strategy, and strategy for research. That's our goal and that's our theme. The second thing is, we also would like to focus our research as a university primarily on solving Bahrain problems wherever possible. This doesn't mean we don't tackle other research. That depends on the faculty specialization. So we operate from this kind of concept. Our emphasis is also on joint research. Individualistic research is very difficult and challenging now. It is very difficult for an individual or even a single organization to lead and support a research project. And we should consider that. And from that concept, we created research groups within Ahlia, and there are research group leaders, where a number of people join forces and solve a problem, whether it is long term, short term, or medium term. Another point I think we can look at as Ahlia, because as you know, Ahlia University has faculty from around the world. They're graduates from the highest or the best institutions from around the world, USA, United Kingdom, and other countries. So there's a wealth of knowledge and expertise of researchers. And we should utilize these for their own self-development as individuals, for Ahlia promotion to be a leader, and for Bahrain. These are the three key factors we should keep in our mind as researchers. As you know, also as part of Ahlia, as part of the local or higher education council strategy, they've identified 3 areas. ICT and Islamic banking are 2, and there is a 3rd one. Ahlia, we added a 4th one. But we did not close the door for the individual researchers to go and research in their own specialized field. That is always there. Another emphasis that Ahlia has placed on research, in that we've conducted a number of workshops. The idea behind these workshops is that we embed research into the curriculum. We embed research into the teaching. Why? Because you are now research leaders. As the famous saying goes, a leader creates other leaders. So by embedding research into the curriculum, by embedding research into the teaching, we are preparing the future generations to be researchers. And that's important for us. And we've conducted a number of workshops to individual colleges, and it's already showing fruit. There are already signs of research in selected courses where students, by the time they've reached 4th year, they have an idea what a research paper looks like. They have an idea how to write a research paper. They know what research is about. They have an idea what research themes are. They have an idea of what are the research specializations in their field of study. So there's a number of things, and we are focusing onto that. You know that, and maybe now Dr. Farzana is here, so maybe she'll close her ears. It used to be that the research was 3% from the net income. The new law is that the 3% is from the gross income. I calculated it in with my simple math. That is almost 3 times as before. Almost 3 times. So we should use this money wisely. They are flexible from what I understand in HEC, how we use this money for research. It could be for databases, it could be for funding research, it could be for many things. But we want to say that now we give you the challenge where you apply for research grant to solve a problem as a group, and the money will come from that budget. So that is for your knowledge, for those who don't know, because this is a recent decision and not an old decision. Another thing, I think Professor Abdullah has touched on this, that it's no good publishing just anywhere and everywhere. I mean, that's always good for a beginner. But as faculty, as leaders, now you publish somewhere where it is placed in Scopus, that you stand out there in ResearchGate and Google Scholar. Make a presence for you, because if you are in Google Scholar and you are in Scopus, then Ahlia is in Google Scholar, and Ahlia in Scopus, then Ahlia moves up. And that's our aim. You can only be number one if we're all number one. And we know we have number one or highest quality faculty. Okay. A couple of extra things that Ahlia has done. We've created a number of centers, all in support of the same idea. We've created a center for entrepreneurship. This will focus on 2 aspects. Entrepreneurship as research, how do we develop entrepreneurship idea? And from that also a number of workshops has been conducted to individual colleges, which is called embedding entrepreneurship into the study plan or into the curriculum. That has, as I said, 2 targets. One target or one objective is that our graduates don't always think of being employed in a job. They should think of creating their own companies or businesses. They become entrepreneurs. This is also showing signs of success, and that now Dr. Angie is in charge of the Center of Entrepreneurship. And the other side is obviously supporting research into entrepreneurship, and there's a budget for this center. Another center that was also created recently is the Center of Statistics, headed by Dr. Saeed Hajjar. He's a statistician, and now it's his chance to put all his research publications and his books into making this center become a productive center. Again, the idea of this center is to serve researchers, analysis of statistics for them, for research, and to students. I also want to emphasize something. For master programs, that research is part of that, in every course and in the course dissertation, and they will utilize this center as well. Ahlia University also has a number of advisors in specific fields. We have advisor for capacity building, Professor Amr Rubayyi. I always call him the encyclopedia of Bahrain or the world, I don't know. And he's a world figure into Islamic banking, into economy, and we have to stop him from being invited as keynote speaker everywhere, because otherwise he'll be traveling all the time. And again, he's putting his expertise and capacity into developing that area. We have Professor Shawqi in charge of the innovation. He's advisor for innovation. And we've also created a center for innovation, and we placed on it, you know, Amin Al-Hawaj. She's now a world-renowned person for research. She's ambassador, the Arab ambassador for research, the European, I don't know. She has so many titles. And we are utilizing her expertise and her innovations to help students become innovative. And that all feeds into research. Maybe I will conclude by saying what Professor Abdullah mentioned earlier. Maybe I'll just put it in a different context. That a university, people say it's a 3-legged stool. Sometimes it's a 4-legged stool, but 3-legged stool is standard, which is what a university is. A university is teaching, must excel in teaching. So I agree with what he said. You must excel as a teacher because that's your primary target, to graduate future researchers and future leaders. Secondly, research. And that is, as they say in English, that's your bread and butter. And the third thing is community service. And through community service, what we mean by community service is not just going to clean Bilad Jazair beach. That you can do, show the students the way. But by community service, meaning what you teach and what you research should serve your community first. أولى لك فأولى. Bahrain first, then move outside. This is not to say that we don't think of strategic research, we don't think of theoretical research. We do. But community service, through serving Bahrain, whether through the banks, serving industry, whatever it is, maybe solving the transport problem, come up with ideas to serve Bahrain. And that's all I want to say. And I take this opportunity, and I want to thank the people who have really arranged for this nice forum, which is now the the fifth in Ahlia. Dr. Mar, the Dean of the College of Postgraduate Studies, and her team. Again, I would be worried to mention all, but Zainab, Catherine, Mariam Sharougi, and all those who supported them. And I thank you for attending today, and all the best. Fatma Al-Dha'an, where is she? That's fine. And Fatma Al-Dha'an. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.